Hi guys, Chox here. Welcome back to the kitchen cake decorating playlist. Welcome back. Anyways, today I am going to show you how to make rainbow cakes 2 different ways. You ready? Here we go. This is fun. For this project, we're going to need a cake mix. And however it says to mix the cake. This time I'm going to use my Wilton gels because I want really dark colors. So there's the rainbow colors. I've got piping bags, one for each color that I want to do. You could also use Ziploc bags if you want. This is just what I have on hand. And something to help keep the back of them closed because we're making like 7 of them. I've got my little spatulas to clean out my little dish, little separate dish so you can mix your colors in. And I got something to grab the paste. I think this is going to make a 9-inch cake, which is what we're going to use to make the dome, and then any extra I'm going to put in here for one of those crazy rainbow cakes. We'll just make that too, because usually one cake box is too much for one 9-inch round. Ready? Here we go. This is going to be an adventure. So I'm getting ready to color this. It turns out that the package of cake worked out to be about 3/4 of a cup. So I've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I can do what? And so I'm just going to mix those colors in right away. I've got them laid out here. I've got my first piping bag ready to be supported in my cup. And I've got a nice silicone scraper to make sure all that cake goodness gets in there. So I'm going to dye these up and then start filling up the piping bags. And I'll show you what it looks like partway through that, I guess. Here we go. It's going to be messy and fun. Okay, now if you have piping bags by any chance that have already been pre-cut and have the hole in them, you can always just slap a little bit of masking tape over it before you stick that end into the cup to fill it up. That's just a quick tip. I didn't realize that my bags were pre-cut and I spilled some, so I thought I'd share that with you so you didn't go through that. Start with your bag, make sure your tip is closed. And I just like to put it in a big cup. It's easy to scoop into and it holds it nice and stable. I'm going to do this one blue. And you just need a little bit. You can always add more, but you can't take away, right? I've already separated all this stuff. Get that mixed around. Now this does take a little bit of time because of all the prep work involved of mixing all the colors and stuff. And expect to get your fingers a little bit dirty. Okay, a lot dirty. It's cake decorating. Alright, so that's pretty blue. And remember, the longer you let the colors sit, just like with the icing, it's going to get a deeper color. So that's awesome. Now what I'm going to do is just pour it right into this cup where I've got the bag waiting. There we go. Scrape everything off. Alright. So now that I have this filled up, got the tape on it so it doesn't leak, and twist it around. I put my clothespin on it, and then I've got the ends of these resting up against my rolling pin, and I'm also taping it to the wall just for my own convenience, but you don't have to do that. This is kind of leaning the ends up against my rolling pin here and taping the other part to the wall so that when I need them I can just grab them and it'll be really quick and easy to spread them around in that cake pan. The colors are looking amazing. Okay, at this point I have my oven preheated, ready to go. I've got my pan sprayed and ready to go. I've got my backup plan ready, sprayed and ready to go. Now what we're going to do is just do a ring in the order of the rainbows in circles in this thing. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so it doesn't spread too much. And I'm wondering if I should go from the inside to the outside, from the outside to the inside. I think I'll just start with red. Here we go. Wish me luck. These piping bags sound horrible. Sorry, they are disposable. Oh, is my hole going to be big enough? And other interesting questions. Alright, so I'm going to cut this hole just a little bit bigger. because I want to make sure it goes a nice, like even, I guess, all the way around. Oops. Alright, now back against the wall with you. Oh, this is going to get interesting. You want to make sure when you cut your thingy, when you cut your bag, that you make sure that little tip goes somewhere safe that you can keep an eye on it. Oh, and this is spreading in not a good way. Orange. Let's get this going. Yellow. Oh no, come on, work. Ah. You're here with me real time, you guys. This is it. Uh-oh. Am I gonna get this purple in? I made purple. Ah, so there we go. Hopefully this will work. Put all the colors of the rainbow around in a circle. It's a little messy. We'll just do this around the edge a little bit more. There we go. So I'm just going to pop this into the oven, 350 degrees, for probably only a little bit of time because it doesn't look that thick. There's hustle needed in that one. Wow, maybe going the other way would have been better. Yeah, it looks like it would have been better to go the other way. Oh well, I'm layering it up now. Because I want this cake to be thick enough to stand, right? We're going to cut it in half and smack it together. So here we go. Oops. There we go, that's a little better. So I went towards the inside and then I went back towards the outside. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm happy to put this in the oven now, about 15-20 minutes. Alright, let's get this into the oven and then we'll get started on the messy rainbow cake. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the rest of it is just like squish it down to the end of the bag and then squishy it just in random places all over the bottom of this pan with all of the colors. And I think I'm going to go from the proper colors this way. Yellow, I might want to save some for the end after that. And that gives me a great idea. Just kind of all over in the corners, trying to get it in different spots. Messy rainbow, right? You could also do this in cupcakes. Oops. I've got to wait to set this in the oven because I have a toaster oven and that's not a very good view. And it'll only take so many baking pans at a time, which is one. Let's try doing some. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but it has to sit for a little while and wait its turn for the oven. Well, this is fun. This is like so fun. Just kind of swooping it all over the place, layering it up. Uh-oh. Got it all down the side over there. Oops. It's looking like a great big huge mess. I can't wait to see this once it bakes. Alright, there we go. That easy. And I'll show you what these look like when they come out of the oven. All right, one down, one to go. Okay, so the cakes have had time to cool. Let's get started with this awesome rainbow cake. This turned out really cool. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this in half and then stick it together. You wanna make sure your cake is pretty even and try to get in half as possible. There we go. You know, this is super easy to do. You need to have a tray that you can set it on. What you're gonna do is just take your icing and do a little row in the middle part here, because that's the glue. It's what's gonna stick it together. There we go. Awesome. And then you just set your beautiful rainbow cake onto your cake board. How cool is that? And then with the icing, we're just gonna fill in the top here with some clouds, which is just an open tip right there. You see that's an open tip? I don't have a tip in there. We're just gonna go back and forth in a wiggle motion to fill that in. And then we can be really creative and just kind of swirl some clouds on there to give it some depth. You could ice this cake, but it is beautiful, so you should just decorate it with some clouds. Some clouds down here. Clouds down on the other side. Look at that. You've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and in the shape of a rainbow. There we go, rainbow dome cake. That is a work of art. Okay, so here's the messy cake, and we layered all those different colors on top of each other, all the extra ones from the rainbow cake. So I've already cut this. Let's just take a look at the middle piece and see if I can get this out. Oh my goodness. That looks so cool. Let's cut a couple of slices of this so we can really get a good look. Oh man, that looks so neat on the inside. Look at that. Very, very cool. Some would say it looks like clown vomit, but hey, we're into having fun. Look at how cool that looks in the pan too. So with just a plain white icing all the way around that, you would never know it's an explosion of color in there. That is gorgeous, and the colors all kind of stayed in their own little zone. So I'm going to go ahead and just drizzle a little bit of icing on top of these guys here. Make this all complete. What an interesting and fun way to make cake. Oh man, that looks so cool. Alright you guys, I'm Chox. Thanks so much for hanging out here with me in the cake decorating in the kitchen playlist. Check out the rainbow cake, it looks so cool. I have 2 plates of cake here in front of me. That tastes pretty good. It's a box cake. It's jar frosting. It's amazing what you can do with a little imagination. So go on, have fun cooking. Please give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments below if you're going to give this a try. Or if you have any cake decorating questions. I'd love to answer them for you. Make sure you click that card up there or wherever it is. Snoop through the cake decorating playlist. I have a lot of fun here. It's something to do. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Go eat some cake.